What's up, guys? Welcome to Tales of Nerdia. Today we're talking about Chapter 355 and 356 of Hunter x Hunter. I did promise a live reaction last week. I apologize. I did record it. I did not like it at all. It was not entertaining. And then I was out of town for a show, Kinda Funny Live 2, which is why my voice is still a little hoarse. But anyways, let's get right to it. So chapter 355, I can make this quick because there was a lot of action in this chapter. It went by pretty fast. But in the very beginning, Hisoka finds out how he was tricked, and he pretty much explained exactly how I explained it in my last video, which makes me feel pretty good. It's like I'm just as smart as Hisoka. But anyways, we see a lot of action. Hisoka just using like a cyclone technique, spinning all of those audience members around. We saw some strategy from Chrollo, the way that he uses the microphone from the announcer to give directions to all of the puppets and distracted Hisoka from that by causing a frenzy. So pretty nice strategy there. And then after all that action, you see Hisoka gets his hand blown off. And while, yes, he has been in trouble before, similar to this, Castro did take both of his arms, but Hisoka let him take both of his arms. This was not Hisoka letting him do that. Chrollo bested him. A lot of the discussion about that chapter would be, hey, how did he do that? But it's already revealed in 356, so let's get to that. Actually, before I get to 356, holy crap, Hisoka, that face he makes. Like, we are getting so many of these in just this fight. It is fantastic, because these are probably Hisoka's best moments where he's going a little crazy, and we just really get to see how sick, how twisted he is to be enjoying this fight. Another point I want to make real quick is that the art in the past two chapters, pretty good. Much better than we've seen. And, you know, we have a lot of wide shots of the arena, more detailed audience members, darker colors. I really like that, and that gives me hope that even after this fight, we're going to see this manga continue. Okay, so 356. We got to find out how Hisoka loses his hand, and we do. He used Black Voice on another puppet that had the opposite symbol on it. He orders that puppet to touch the body of the puppet that Hisoka's head goes to. So that is how the explosion happened, which makes a lot of sense. And Hisoka figures that out, and now Hisoka is disappointed. The name of this chapter, Disappointment, and well, that's coming from Hisoka. And why is he disappointed? Is because now he can't just sit around and analyze Chrollo's strategy. He actually just has to go all out. Which, when he said that, I was excited. I'm like, wow, finally we're going to see Hisoka just going 100% on the offense. Gets a new head, just twists off this dude's head, and you notice that he keeps the body close to him for a little bit, maybe to prevent Chrollo from using that same strategy. Not that I think Chrollo would do that. And then he sticks himself to the side of the arena, and he's using bungee gum to walk on the side of the arena. We see some more World War Z shit going on, where the puppets are all climbing on top of each other. Hisoka's just bashing them back down with that head. But eventually, they do reach up to him, and then he's surrounded by the other puppets that Chrollo has explode by just clapping their hands, sun and moon, explosion. I don't know how Hisoka did not notice that he lost a leg. He didn't notice he lost a leg until he tried to bungee gum to the ceiling, because he does realize, well, I can't go down. I can't just fall because zombies, or I keep saying zombies now because I'm referencing World War Z. Puppets down below, puppets over here. I gotta get to the ceiling. Oh wait, my foot's gone. Oops. And at this point, reading this whole chapter, I'm always or all of these chapters, I'm just thinking like, he'll get out of this one, he'll get out of this one, and for the most part he does. And even when he got his hand blown off, I really wasn't too worried. But now he goes to bungee gum up against the ceiling, and all of a sudden he's hit by just a flying body, a puppet, and he looks over and Chrollo is just standing there. That gave me chills, because this is Chrollo is finally showing himself. He's not hiding anymore. We could assume that this is the real Chrollo. And at this point, he must be very confident to show himself. So he throws the body at Hisoka. Hisoka, oh shit, I got a bungee gum up to the ceiling. Nope, another body thrown right at him. And at that point, I thought they were going to explode. Thankfully, they didn't. But this sends Hisoka crashing to the arena. And at this point, where he's thinking to himself, am I going to die right now? That's just, like, broke my heart. I can't believe it, because I've been saying since the very beginning of this fight that Hisoka is going to win, and now he thinks he's going to die? So, I'm worried right now when he says that. That's at the point where it seems like he's pretty much out of Nen, because he can't even use his hand to get that head up to the ceiling and stick that to the ceiling. So he's pretty down on his luck right now. But there is some hope, because the last page where Hisoka says, well, if I'm gonna die anyways, and he just kinda, dialogue ends there, and he curls up. And the only time we've seen him that I remember really do that, just curl up like that, and he's holding his stomach or whatever, his arms are crossed, was actually in the 1999 anime, when, after his confrontation with Leorio and Kurapika in the Hunter exam, while they're on that island fighting for each other's tags. So after that, in the 1999 anime, when we see his bloodlust and Gon is like hiding and feels Hisoka's bloodlust, Hisoka just kind of curls over and he's trying to contain himself. And that's when he goes berserk and ends up killing that other guy, just really for fun. But in the manga, that's not how it happens, so that's not really canon, so I don't think he's gonna go crazy with bloodlust right now. If you notice, though, when he says, well, if I'm gonna die anyways, heart symbol, okay, by the dialogue. And this is usually when he's excited about Chrollo's strategy, is when we've seen that, but now he's saying it, well, if I'm gonna die anyways, what follows the rest of that sentence? So that's what we need to hypothesize and talk about. Is he's gonna use his trump card, not his trap card, Yu-Gi-Oh fans. He's gonna use his trump card. One thing that I think is that we've never seen him use conjuring, and transmutation is right next to conjuring, so he could use a pretty large percentage of that to help him out. What would he conjure? I have no idea. He is also very close to enhancer abilities, but I don't think an enhancer ability right now is going to save him. It's possible that the ability he's going to use he thinks will kill him, because he says, if I'm going to die anyway. But that could mean, like, the way that that is translated could mean something different. I don't know Japanese very well. I took it 2 semesters, but forget it. The way that that is phrased, I could die anyway, maybe that really means, well, if I'm gonna die, I might as well, something like that. I don't know the direct translation, so this is just speculation, that he doesn't really mean, well, I'm gonna die if I do this, and I'm gonna die if I don't do this. I don't think he means that he's gonna just, no matter what he does, he's dead. I think he means, well, if I don't do this one thing in this situation, I'm done for. That's what I really think he means, or maybe that's just my bias, and I just don't want to believe that he's going to die, because now is the first time that I'm actually nervous for Hisoka. I don't want him to lose this fight, but I can't ignore the facts, and things are not looking good for him. We do see that huge explosion at the end, so did he find some way to block it? I don't think that's his trump card, is blocking it. Did he unleash some power that we've never seen before? That is more likely. I think one thing that is safe to say is that this explosion just now did not kill him. He's not completely dead. He's not... There has to be some sort of exchange, verbal exchange between Chrollo and Hisoka at the end of this fight as a resolution. Either that, or if Hisoka happened to die right there, Chrollo looking over his dead body and, you know, giving him a little speech right before he passes out dead. Here is my guarantee. If this happens, I would think Hisoka is going to die. if the next chapter is a flashback of Hisoka's life, if we get to see his backstory more in the next chapter instead of showing us the conclusion, which, Togashi, if you do that, I hate you. Please don't do that. I need to know. I am at the point where I'm just like, I just gotta know who's gonna win. Because it's been exciting, it's been a ride, there's been plenty of tricks, but damn it, now that Hisoka is got his back up against the wall, I just want to know. I want to know if he's gonna live. Hisoka Moro, last name Portuguese, he lived. Maybe instead of him using his trump card, or maybe this is his trump card, he escapes. Do you think that's possible? That he uses a move just to get him out of there, get him to a safe place, where maybe he knows someone else who can heal him? There's Nen users out there that can do that, you know, not just Machi. Although Machi couldn't help him because his fingers were completely obliterated. There isn't any finger left to reattach. If he somehow comes in contact with Aluka, maybe. But I'm sure there's other Nen users out there that could regrow human parts. But would he escape? Does he have some sort of pride that wouldn't let him escape? Maybe he escapes, he admits defeat. Would he make it his goal to find Chrollo again somewhere down the road? I'm not sure. I mean, I like to think, I would think Hisoka's a little bit predictable. Still a fantastic character, but he always has one thing in mind, and that's a good fight. So to summarize, I think there's really only two options for Hisoka here. Either one, he runs away, which I don't think is extremely likely, or two, that he will use some ability that we've never seen before, and he says he's going to die anyways from that ability because either it is risky, maybe it's some sort of kamikaze attack, which I doubt, or he just doesn't like to use it, and that translation of gonna die anyways is not exactly what we think it is. It could just be, well, if I'm gonna, my only option right now is death unless I use this ability that I don't like using. Something like that. One other thing real quick, it occurred to me a few times and I keep thinking about it, and then last week I forgot to mention it, almost forgot to mention it this week, is Hisoka's ultimate strategy would be to kill every audience member. Maybe that's what he will do. Because without the audience members, Chrollo has no fakes to make. Well, I guess he could make them off their dead bodies. You know, depending on how badly Hisoka damages them, may not be very good copies. If he decapitates them, I guess he can't use Order Stamp because Order Stamp has to go on someone's head. He won't really have much strategy left if everyone in the audience is dead. So that's all I got for you guys today. Real quick video. What do you think's gonna happen? Is Hisoka dead right now? Did that explosion at the end kill him? Is he gonna pull out some new move we've never seen before? Is he gonna run away? I don't really know. What do you guys think? Go ahead and comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next week. Bye.